everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, I see a lot of people on here. Hi guys, Jennifer, I see you finally made it. I know I went live from the event page and sometimes it lets me invite more people and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. But anyways, I'm hoping everybody gets on here. I see names coming on, so I think most of you guys signed up for reading, so that's good. I'm glad everybody's doing good. Deb, I don't think you signed up. But I could try and squeeze you in towards the end. I have a lot tonight that I'm trying to get to everybody and a few people maybe that sign on. Hi, Mystica. Hi, I saw Teresa sign on. Hi, Teresa. So, hey, guys, actually, I'm going to post this later in the mentorship page, but I just wanted you guys to leave your comments about how you thought things were going today. We're going to be doing, after Christmas, we decided, we're going to do free readings for you guys with the mentees, sorry. But we're going to do it a little bit differently because they want to do it as a group. So it'll be me and the mentees, and then what we'll do is we'll have like a few people, one at a time join us, and we're going to do a reading, but you're going to be getting a reading from all three of us. So I think that'd be really kind of cool. Yeah, Paige, thanks for asking. I am doing well. My leg is still very bruised. Don't ask me how I did what I did, but I landed on my hands and knees, and it's still very bruised, very sore, but better than it was, right? So I'm not sure. Sonia's saying that I'm frozen. So I don't know if I am or not, but and thank you for your prayers. I so appreciate it. Hi, Tori. Was just talking about you guys. All right, so I think we have quite a few people on who signed up, and I'm gonna try and read. You're getting old when you can't read and you have to like make the print this big so you can see it. So I just want to say I'm happy to be here with all of you tonight, and I hope that everybody's getting into the holiday spirit. I know I asked that a few days ago and I got very mixed answers from people, and I know that there's so many of you and me, right? We're all having a little bit of a difficult time right now getting into the holiday spirit. And I've just been touched by so many postings of people offering to help others, and I saw that starting with Thanksgiving. I saw a lot of people offering food for those who needed it, and I've seen it being continued with people offering food and like toys for those who may be in need. And I think it's wonderful, especially when so many of us are struggling and that we're still finding ways to help others. So one thing I do want to say is that I want to acknowledge that I know that there are so many more of you, right, who are doing wonderful things and you don't post it on Facebook. But I want you to know that it doesn't go unnoticed. Okay, it doesn't go unnoticed. And for those of you who want to do something but aren't sure what to do, how about if you start locally or simply, right? It just doesn't have to be a big thing. It just can be a simple thing. Even the smallest gesture can cause a ripple effect and spread to others, right? I know that a lot of people pay for the coffee order or two for the people behind them in the drive-thru. That's a great way. It's a great opportunity to explain to your children who may be in the car with you to discuss ways of giving and to demonstrate it. Or maybe buy a toy and donate it to a local toy drive. Or sometimes stores have the toy drives right there. There are a lot of little ways we can help spread some holiday cheer. And what are you guys planning on doing? Drop a comment below and let me know. And I'm going to begin the readings tonight. And I want to say that I know, again, that it's a rough time of year for all of us who have lost loved ones. And they know how much we're hurting. And as I was sitting here asking for your messages, I was guided that I shouldn't dwell in the place of sadness tonight. And that's kind of how I heard it worded. Don't dwell in that place of sadness tonight. So I was guided that I needed to acknowledge everybody's loss, right? And focus on hope and joy, okay? So if you'll bear with me tonight, that is what I'd like to do. How I kind of want to do this tonight. And it's not trying to minimize anyone's sense of loss at all, but I want to provide comfort to you all. And I hope in some small way that's my gift to you. Okay, so let's start. I want to start with Sonia Manfort. Sonia, so I want you to concentrate on what is good around you right now, because I'm feeling some discontent, and I feel like it's connected to your living space, almost like it feels very small to you. And I don't necessarily mean like the physical space, okay? So it could be just this feeling that you're having that the space is kind of small. I think it's more about you than the actual living space, and I feel like you've been going through a lot of growth, and that a lot of differences have come to light recently for you in your surroundings. Yet you're feeling like it's too overwhelming right now to take on the changes, and that's okay, right? Remember that where you are now is a place that is fulfilling your needs at this moment, and that you can make changes later when things calm down. In the meantime, you can make yourself feel better by making a plan, because sometimes just knowing that we have a plan in place, or that we have a goal that we're going to try and reach, helps us to kind of accept where we are and where we're going. In some respects, you have to be willing to change and release your negative beliefs, which, remember, those are only thoughts, right? We can change our thoughts and make your new thoughts positive and hopeful for the future of where you plan on going. Okay? And again, guys, these are short readings, right? Short readings. They're just little glimpses of what I get for you. Again, like tonight, I have 36 people. So I want to give everybody a little something. And, you know, you're always feel free to reach out to me if you need to. Okay, Pam, I think you are on my list, hon. A little further down. Like I said, I have 36 people. I catch some of the comments as they go by. But, okay, let's do Mary Harton. Mary, again, I'm sorry. Let me just comment about Mary is our moderator tonight. Mary is also one of my mentees. But she also helps me out with moderating. So she will answer any questions and kind of track the comments for me. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them. I may not answer them right away, but you know, I will have them pointed out to me so that I can answer them next time. So Mary, I wanted to this is kind of funny. Not funny, guys. Nico wants to say hi. He has to get his 2 cents in. Say hi. Can you say hi? This is my new baby. So anyways, Mary, I keep hearing mama bear around you, and I hear, you know, I keep hearing this is the time of year when the mama bear in you gets to shine. And it's the holidays, right? So you get to spoil your family and make great memories. And I also keep hearing, thank you. And I hear it coming from a male energy who I believe is Bruce. And he's thanking you for all the things you do to keep the family together. And he also says, thank you for keeping my memory alive, Mare. So it feels to me like you recently did something or decided to do something to keep the memory going, because he's very thankful and he says he loves it. I also feel the need to tell you that it's okay to look within, that you're safe to do that. There's so many layers to you, and you know, you want people to dig deep and see past that first layer, but that also scares you. But it's okay to dig deep, right? Because the beauty is you get to choose who you want to reveal that to and how much of that you want to reveal. So just be patient with yourself. And as you get stronger in yourself, you know, it's not going to be so scary for you, because the more you accept yourself, dents, bruises and all, the less it matters, you know, if others do. But most people, you know, they love our little imperfections, right? Sorry, guys. My little puppy's like a little baby. He just wants to be in my lap all the time. Okay, let me do Lisa Laudadio. Lisa, I don't know if you're on here. Lisa, I get the need to be creative. I just was getting like this burst of creative pent-up energy around you. But I feel like you have a lot of that stagnant energy right now. Really feeling the need that you need to express yourself. And so to me, my mind jumps to getting creative, okay? And I could be interpreting that wrong, but I'm feeling it as like you need to get a little bit creative to kind of get some of that energy out. No one is expecting you to attain perfection, because I feel like that holds you back a little bit, because you feel like you have to be perfect, and you don't have to be, because it's about letting your energy out and allowing yourself to be seen. And, you know, I was thinking, well, maybe that's what the message is. Maybe the message is that, you know, it's about being seen and how to go about that. So what I want to ask you, and again, you don't have to answer the question to me, but ask yourself, where is it that you're feeling like you're not being seen? And I want you to know that you are seen and heard. And remember that everything is working in your favor right now and for your highest good. And that's what we want, right? We want everything to work for our highest good. So we don't want to rush things. We don't want to, manipulate things. We don't want to, try and push things to happen more quickly than they should, because we want it to be for our highest good. So I want you to be patient and trust in the ebb and flow of life right now. And I know that's hard. I know that's easier said than done. But I think that if you do that, if you can figure out a way to kind of just go with it, you're going to see the outcome that's going to be so much better for you. Connie Seti Main. Connie, I get there's a lot of great things coming to you. I know you had a rough year, and I want you to keep yourself open to it. And just remember that you're healing on different levels, right? Physical, emotional, and spiritual. And I want you to say no to any negative thought that comes into your mind. Because if we let those thoughts in, they're going to try and make a home in our minds, right? We don't want them there. We want to create your reality. And nothing is going to be perfect. We have to remember that, okay? Again, with the perfection. So many of us, we wait for things to be the right time or the perfect place, right? I'm guilty of that too. I put so much of my life off sometimes because I'm waiting for the right time or the perfect moment. Just remember that every moment offers us a new opportunity, to change or grow. And our thoughts can be changed. Just because you thought a certain way in the past doesn't mean that you're stuck there. Start choosing your thoughts mindfully and see how quickly things start to change around you. Okay? I'm just glancing at some of the comments on here. Okay. Lisa Marino. Lisa, welcome. I think you are a new person. I hope you signed on. I saw that you did sign up. So Lisa, I want you to take a big step forward. Okay? You've been limiting yourself to what other people say or tell you, or even what you hear other people say, and you absorb it and make it your own. So I want you to move beyond that. You and everybody else, right? This is for everybody too. You don't have to limit yourself by others' fears and doubts. So many times we have ideas or thoughts and we verbalize them. We put it out there. And people will be like, oh, you can't do that, or nobody can get that done, or, they have something to say about it, and we internalize that. And then, it makes us kind of put things aside saying, well, maybe I can't do that. Maybe I really shouldn't think about doing that. Surround yourself, right? It's so true about surrounding ourselves with people that push us to move forward in life, right? Who maybe listen to us, and instead of telling us all the reasons why we can't, tell us that is possible. Maybe you can do that, right? Just know as you take the steps, you will be supported by the universe, your loved ones on the other side, who are always guiding us. They're always guiding us, and you will have what you need. So just trust that. Okay? Martha Fairbanks. Martha, I was guided to say that you have everything you need right inside of you, and you deserve the happiness that is there, and you just need to claim it. It's okay to feel joy, and it's okay to feel sad, and it's okay to feel both at the same time. And I think that's a lesson a lot of us have to learn. I know I had to learn that it's okay to feel sad and happy at the same time, or it's okay to feel confused, yet hopeful at the same time. We're complex, right? We're complex human beings, and we're capable of many feelings and many extremes. I've learned that the key, that it's okay to feel opposing feelings at the same time, that we can be sad for our losses, but still feel joy for the loved ones we still have with us, right? Remember that every step of the way, through all the changes this year, you have been supported by your loved ones. And I know you have one loved one in particular who you love to hear from. And he says that he has even put some of the things into place for you. And he blesses your home with love. And he talks about the warmth and comfort. And he wants you to be at peace. Okay? Mary Ann Wilson Fair. Mary Ann, where are you finally seeing things clearly? Because I feel like there's been a lot of... I want to use a word. I want to say, I know sometimes like I put things into words and it's just how I see it. But I feel like there's been like a lot of fog in your way, and that finally things are becoming a little bit clear for you. I think they've become clearly focused for you, and yes, you have forgiven those who needed it, right? What a gift that is for you. right? And for them. It's a gift for both of you. Now you can breathe new life into your vision, and you can see with compassion and understanding what was hard to see before. Okay? Because we talk about that a lot, right? How we're not always we're not condoning what somebody does, but we learn how to be compassionate or to have empathy or to, understand why things happened the way they did. You've also learned to let go of expectations, because when we have expectations of others, we set ourselves up to be let down, right? So if we let things flow freely and let others be themselves, it kind of flows better for everybody. Know that what awaits you, though, is coming and will greet you at every turn. Okay. Magdalena Della Rose. Magdalena. Oh, I feel that there's been a lot of change for you. A lot of positive change. I think you've done a lot of growing. I remember I did speak with you once before, and I feel like the energy in you has shifted to a much more positive space. I need you to remember that everything you need to know will be revealed to you, and that you need to trust yourself. Sometimes it takes a little time, and that's okay, right? Free yourself from all that past, what's a good word, gunk? It feels like gunk to me, just all that stuff that kind of, held you back a little bit. And move forward knowing that you can leave it behind, right? You don't have to carry that forward with you. You can leave it behind. Don't let situations try and pull you back, because I feel that happens to you quite often, that there are situations that keep trying to pull you back. And so it's almost like a struggle for you at times, probably more often than you would like it to be, where you have to kind of make that decision that, no, I'm not going backwards, I'm going forwards. And your healing and your willingness to forgive begins that process. And just remember, hon, you're worth it. You're worth going forward and not going backwards. You're good enough. Speak up for yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for what you want or what you need. And remember that the past is over, right? And today is a new day that none of us have lived before. So you can make it however, try and make it the way you want it to be. We get a new chance every day. Right? I think that's awesome. I try and tell myself every day. Today's a different day. I can live differently if I want. I can try and be a better person. Okay? And we hear that a lot, right? We hear a lot about, you have to be present. You have to be in the now. But what does that even mean? Right? So I try to be mindful of that. If we're stuck in the past, we're just reliving things over and over again. We're letting that hold us back. We're not going forward. We're not even enjoying where we are because we're stuck back there. And, that's when you can't stop thinking about an event or something or someone. So you have to kind of say, like, we're not, like, when we're doing that, we're not here, we're there. We missed the chance to live the moment that we have right now. And that's easy to do, right? It's easy to lose another day to the past. So that's my goal, and I think that should be everybody's goal, is to not lose another day to the past. Okay, Patricia Cronenberg. Patricia, okay. So I know you've been experiencing a lot of things lately. And I feel like your life is unfolding for you in a lot of different ways right now. Some would say you've been dealt a difficult hand, right? But I think that you're actually taking control of it and becoming a better person through all of this, actually a better you, right? I think you're in the process of a lot of positive changes, and they're challenging, but I think they're positive. And remember that our bodies are always working towards optimum health, right? Our bodies always want us to be in perfect health. And we help that. How do we help that? We help that by making positive, healthy choices and trying to listen to what our body needs and giving it what it needs so it can complete that process. So I think you're very much in that zone right now, and I want you to keep up the good work. Okay? Jeremy Crin. So Jeremy, I was getting, I just keep getting that you're turning things, and this is literally what I heard. He's just turning things into gold. So I really feel like you're taking all these different things that are happening, I want to say happening around you, and turning them into opportunities for you. I feel like you're being very creative and finding ways to prosper. You're turning, things that maybe some people would think were challenges into these opportunities for yourself. I feel like you're creating a new job. I think this has to do with job and career. And I think this is going to be very fulfilling for you, because you're going to be helping others as well, achieving their goals, which is usually very fulfilling for people. Okay. Linda Tironi Krell. So Linda, I don't know if you're watching, because I know sometimes you do and sometimes you don't, but I know you did sign up for this one particular one. What I got for you was, who's trying to get your attention? So I really feel that there's like something or someone that's trying to get your attention. I keep getting that there's something that you keep putting on the back burner, and I want to know who or what exactly that is. It almost feels like whatever is trying to get your attention is almost doing it in a childish way, like stomping their feet, right? So who or what is doing that? And I'm feeling more like it's an energy around you. I'm not even sure it's a specific person around you, but it feels like there's this energy around you. And I keep hearing that you need to trust your intuition on this. And I think some of this has to do with your self-awareness. And the more you become self-aware, the more the energy acts up. Okay? So don't always assume that it's negative. It may be something that just needs to be acknowledged. Okay? And think of a little child when they act up, right? Why did they do that? They want your attention. So maybe just kind of asking, what is it? What is it, or what can I help you with? And maybe that will kind of calm some of that energy down. Okay. Let's see, how are we doing for comments? I'm just trying to see. Okay, I see. Okay, let's see. Yes, Kelly Ann, you are on my list. Daisha, oh my gosh, honey. I'm so glad you're watching. I haven't seen you in ages. I saw a post you did on Facebook, and you look wonderful. You look wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to continue. We still have quite a few more. Oh, there's Nico making himself known. Okay, stop. Okay, let's do Vanessa Glon. Vanessa, I hope you're watching, hon. So Vanessa, I just get like a definite yes for you. So I don't know what it is that you've been contemplating, but I feel like, yeah, this is definitely a yes for you. I get a lot of excitement. I get there's someone that you're worried about who may not be happy about this, but it's important that you realize that, you have to be true to yourself, and you can't worry what they think about it at this point, because right now you're kind of in it, if that makes sense, right? You're in it right now. So you need to carry it out and continue forward. But this is a definite yes for you. And, yeah, definitely. I think this is going to take, I just keep hearing it's a really good growing experience for you, hon. Really good growing experience for you. So I don't want you to limit yourself, and just keep going forward with that. Let's do Felicia Harris Robichaux. Okay, I don't know if you're watching. Felicia, I have to say that I was getting a male energy for you, but he keeps saying that everything's okay right now, and he's telling you that like this is just a step in the right direction for you personally, and he doesn't want you to think that it's not noticed, all the changes that you've been doing and all the things that you've been taking care of and trying to put in order, that it is noticed. It seems like there's been a struggle, but it feels like the struggle is within yourself right now. And, he keeps saying that, he's trying to encourage you, but he keeps saying like, yeah, that's kind of like the way it goes. I keep hearing like the name of the game, and also you're not wrong for some of the things that you're feeling, because you're feeling this, I don't want to call it a struggle, but along with this come thoughts of, am I doing the right thing? Should I do this? Should I not do this? And, he's trying to encourage you to keep going forward. You're not wrong for the way you're feeling, but don't let those feelings live in your head, okay? They're just thoughts. And again, you can change your thoughts, right? Okay, let's see. Who else do we have? We have Jennifer. I'm terrible at names. Oh, Jennifer Martins Franklin. I don't know if you're on, Jennifer. So Jennifer, I keep getting for you, you know, you have to heal it. You have to heal it. I feel like there's something you're holding on to that's very painful for you. And we've said this before, right? It sucks to have to deal with things. But if we don't deal with it, you know, maybe it just manifests in other ways. We start to feel sick, we get headaches, or we take it out on other people. It's just so important that we face the things that we need to. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, because I'm getting sidetracked because there was something else that was coming through. Um, but I just really feel like it's important for you to allow yourself to feel, I don't want to say even pain, because I don't feel like it's pain. I feel like this is, just whatever this is, it's very just an uneasiness for you. But you need to let yourself feel that uneasiness, because then that's going to push you and guide you in the right direction. When you're not feeling that uneasiness anymore, then you know you're on the right path. I hope that makes sense. Again, guys, these are short little messages that I get for you, just to try and give you all a little bit of, first of all, a little bit of comfort or a little bit of insight, and to also see the way I work. When we have our one-on-one sessions, it's a lot more detailed. A lot more things come out. It gets a little bit more personal. And we're able to work a lot of these things out. So if you have ever thought of having a one-on-one session, it really is quite healing for everybody involved, for you, for me, for our loved ones, because a lot of times there's things they want to say to us or get through to us that maybe we're not paying attention to, because we're not either maybe familiar with the signs, or we're just too busy. We're just too busy and overloaded and overwhelmed that we're just not hearing, right? We're just not hearing what's being said, or noticing what's being given to us. Okay, I want to do Kelly Ann Foley. So Kelly, I know it's been a while for you. I get that there's some difficulty for you at times, but I feel like you're vibrating at this really high level, right? I think that you have a high, how do I say it? You're vibrating at a higher level than most people, okay? And a lot of people are not there. So I think sometimes for you that's very difficult, because you find yourself having to kind of lower your vibration or lower your energy. And it's not a bad thing, because we all have to do that every day to get along with people, or to be able to interact or socialize, right? We have to meet people where they're at, and that's not a negative thing on anybody, right? Because we're all on our own journey. But I get that you feel to me like an old soul in a lot of ways, and old souls don't always feel like they fit in everywhere. And I don't think you're meant to fit in everywhere. I think you're meant to shine and inspire people, and don't look at it as a bad thing, because I think a lot of people are watching you and learning from you, and I think you're slowly starting to see the right people come into your life, and I think that's a good thing for you, because there's been so many times where I think you've had people in your life that didn't maybe fit in with your plan, or fit in with your way of thinking, and it made it difficult for you. I could be way off base on that, but I think there's a little bit more to that too. But I tried to condense it as best as I could for this this time frame here. Rose Michele Morse. Hey Rose, I wanted to tell you, I haven't seen them yet, but I know you did some gnomes, and they are at Owen's Emporium, and I am going to be there on the 15th doing readings, and that's in Portland. I can't wait to check out your gnomes that you made. I know you were selling them there. I can't wait to see that. I also wanted to tell you guys, if you're looking for Christmas gifts, oh my God, there's another great place too called Willow in East Hampton. I just got through doing 2 events there, which were just awesome. Did some great Christmas shopping while I was there. So if you have a chance to check either of those places out, that's a good thing. I was sad to see Quarry View closed for the season. They just closed for the season and they're heading down to Florida, I think, for the winter. So I'm going to miss them too. Anyways, let's see. Let's do Rose Michele. Rose again. Got off talking about your gnomes and everything. But you guys, Rose makes these really awesome gnomes that, I don't know, Rose, if you could post one on my page, I would love that. But they're really cool. So I think that you've been focusing a lot on your health right now and thinking about fitness. I know you've had some issues, so that it might be a little bit hard for you. But I think that you've been really thinking about it. It's becoming part of your mindset. I think in some way you had to kind of push it aside, but now it's kind of coming back to the forefront. It's like the universe is giving you this big nudge, right? It's giving you this big nudge in that direction. And I just feel like you want to live a pure and vibrant life. And, you know, I just get some complicated family situations, and this is nothing negative, but I just feel like there's a lot of, and maybe negative is not a good word, tense family situations. I feel like this is surrounding I want to say this is surrounding like your mother, so I'm not sure if there's something going on there with mom. I know mom was sick for a little bit. But I also think that the gnome thing and working on that, I feel like there's something big with that coming for you, a good opportunity, and I want you to focus on that and to be accepting of that when it comes, and to keep pushing forward with that. Okay, let's see. I see some comments scrolling up. Somebody said, I don't know. Darlene. Okay. There's some names I don't know who you guys are, but welcome to anybody who's new or it's your first time watching. So what I normally do is I post on my Facebook page. So be sure to either follow me or put in a friend request. I will post when I'm going live, and I will ask you to comment, please read me. And then when I close the list, then I work on your readings, and then I will go live and I do this. And I try to get to everybody. Okay, I want to do Laura J. Dorsa Balga, and I apologize if that's terrible. But and Laura, I think this is your first time being read here. I keep hearing family, and I keep hearing that in a male voice. I'm not sure if this is your father. This is a male. Clearly, to me, he was in the service. But he's very clear on his message that first and foremost is family. I get a lot of joy around you right now, and I think you want to keep that momentum going. And I think you're the type of person that even when you're not feeling it, you keep kind of pushing through, right? You keep pushing for that. I'm laughing because whoever this male energy is, he's claiming or taking, what's the word I want to say? He's claiming that he has a lot to do with your attitude. So, I love that when people take, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. Anyways, all right. So, and the other part of that is, yeah, I don't know why things have to be so difficult. And I feel like that's on your mind a lot too. Like, why do things have to be so difficult, right? You've kind of been asking for assistance lately and feeling like it should be an easy thing, right? This should be easy for you to help me. Or, why is it so difficult when I ask for something? I just keep feeling like this is a recurring theme for you. So don't let it drive you crazy. Okay, because you have to allow people to be where they are in life, and they're learning at their own pace. So even though it may be easy for you, it's not easy for them. Okay? So we have to learn patience. All right. Let's do Ruth Bigelow. Ruth, I think you're another one who's new tonight, so welcome to you. Yeah. Okay. So I was being pulled in a lot of different directions for you. Um, and I just feel like you feel like you have to choose right now, and that's how they're making you feel. Um, you don't have to choose. Okay, you can try and balance yourself and put some boundaries up with people, and then you won't have to make a choice. I think that sometimes when um, whether it's differences with people, or you have two or three people who maybe don't see the same thing, and maybe they don't get along or whatever, and you feel like you have to make a choice between two situations or two people. If you can find a way to put some boundaries up with these people or the situation, whatever it may be, um, you might be able to not have to make a choice and just kind of be flexible. And but you need to listen to your heart and decide if there is an alternate solution for this. And I don't think with your big heart that you'd be happy having to pick and choose. I think that would be very difficult for you, because you are so caring about these people. Vicky Frint, Vicky, I think you're also new as well. So welcome to you. Vicky, I get that there's a shift inward for you. So I feel like, you might have been out there in the world, but now you've kind of been like, you know what, I need to kind of pull myself away. I need to go inward and look inward. But I think it's much needed. I feel like you've had to reevaluate yourself physically. I think things are getting better, though you had to make some changes. And I think that the time spent inward is good for you. But again, right, we look inward. We don't want to stay in our head too much, right? Because when we stay in our head too much, we make up scenarios that may never happen. We might dwell on the negative, or we don't want to dwell on the past. We don't want to stay there. We want to keep going forward. So, let yourself, put the walls down a little bit, and come out and play a little bit. Come out and play with people. There's a lot of good going on around you, and there's some worry that you're having about those people that are close to you. But know that you're doing everything that you can, and things are going to be okay. You're very strong for your loved ones, and they appreciate it. But just have patience, and things will seem to get better soon. Okay? All right, let's see, what else do we have? You guys posting your questions? If you have any questions or comments, again, please post them. And then when we're done tonight, I do post this on my Facebook page, but then I also upload all my lives to YouTube. So I can post that link on my page. You can check out other lives that I've done. We're working on some other programming to put up on there. And we're going to be looking for volunteers, actually, as soon as we get through Christmas. It's going to pick up a little bit as far as like doing some of these, the mentees doing the free readings. We're going to do some interviews. We're going to do a few different things. There are things in play here. Let's see. Let's do Heather Avidable. Let's see, Heather. So Heather, I feel like there's, and this is no surprise to me, and I know it's no surprise to you, but I feel like there's been some amped up energy around you lately, and I keep hearing something about the brown horse, and I was also getting something about a hooded man, and it's not a negative thing, but I just feel like they've just been kind of walking around, guiding or guarding is the better word, guarding. And I keep hearing the property, but I think you understand that. He's not scary, but he just reminds me more of like a monk or something. A lot of things are changing right now, and you're questioning a lot of the things for the future, but just know that, we only have today, right? And, yeah, you can plan for the future, and, it's going to take care of itself, but don't be afraid to let things happen the way they should. I keep hearing that persistence is the key, and I know that, I know you're very persistent, and I know that, we just can't control other people or how they perceive a message that we give them. We hope they can hear us, right? But they'll only hear us when they're ready and understand it at their level of understanding. So I don't want you to get frustrated. Okay? And I also get that you're growing spiritually, and I think you understand that as well. And you're searching for ways to do this. And I think that you also are working on developing a gift. I think that there's a little bit of emptiness that this can help fill for you. So, and if I can help you in any way, you know that. You can always reach out to me. Let's see. Let's do Tracy Chamberlain. I'm sorry. Let's see, Tracy. Yeah, okay. Tracy, is this your dad who passed? I get like a strong male energy around you. Did he call you princess? Somebody called you princess. But he's talking about you finally being able to breathe a little bit right now, that you've been through kind of a lot the last few months. I keep getting like right in a, like bing, 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 right in a row. Like something's is just like continuous with you. And you just really have had to take a step back and look at what you needed in your life. I think you were not sure that things were going to work out or how you were going to have things fall into place. But I think that it turned out better than you thought it was going to. And I would love to know that, if that's true or not, because I feel like it's been a growing process for you to get to this point. Meeting new people and finding out how strong you really are. And I love that. I just keep hearing stand proud, stand proud. So I would love to know about that. Tracy, if you want to share that. Let's do Kathleen Cadella. Okay. Sorry, guys. I just got to move for a minute. I'm sitting. All right. Kathy, I get this feeling of not being able to speak up. I want to know where you're feeling like you can't speak up right now. Almost a feeling of being tongue-tied. Like, where are you feeling that you can't speak up, and that when you try to say what you mean, the words just aren't coming out right, and it's hard for you to kind of verbalize what you mean. Is it that you're afraid of how it'll be interpreted, or is it that you're afraid of how it will be received, right? How the person is going to take that information. Maybe it's that you're not exactly sure of what it is that you're feeling or thinking. When we're not ready to express something, the words aren't going to come to us. It makes it difficult, right? We just can't find the words. And that's when people a lot of times go quiet. They just get quiet. I just can't say anything because I just can't find the words, right? So just because someone demands to know what's going on, because I feel like there's somebody that maybe might be demanding from you, they want to know what's wrong, what's going on, or, what are you doing? We don't have to. We're not obligated to give them that information until we're ready. Okay? So ask them to be patient and just don't beat yourself up for not having the words or for being ready to verbalize what it is. I hope that makes sense, Kathleen. And if you wanted to reach out, of course, you can always reach out to me. Samuel Pride, I didn't get to you yet, hon, so you didn't miss it. I saw something about your video freezing up or something. Tammy Knipe. Tammy, I have not heard from you in a while. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, I get a strong male energy. I think this is your brother that comes through, and he talks about just, he just adored you. And we know that, right? Because he comes through for you, and the things that I've shared, which I'm so honored to share when he comes through, is that how much, the sense of humor he had with you, the things you shared, the jokes. And I mean, he's just amazing with the way he comes through for you. I just love that bond that you had. But he talks about a renewal around you. He says, this is the time for you to renew yourself. And I think you're feeling that and not sure, exactly what it is that you're feeling. it's your soul telling you that it's time to put aside some of the fears that have been holding you back this past year and start taking some chances, right? Um, there's going to be some fun opportunities coming your way in the next couple of months, and I think you should try not to pass up on them. Push yourself to maybe do one or two of them and see how you feel, but don't overdo it. But at least to try to get yourself out of that box a little bit. Okay, I think you understand what I mean. Um, and again, you know, your brother comes through for you all the time. He's just awesome. All right, Darlene Hoadley. I don't know if you're on here. Okay, Darlene. Okay, who's with the grocery bags? Like literally the grocery bags. Somebody's saving the grocery bags. I cannot tell you how many people, like a lot of times this comes up, that they're making fun of everybody saving all the bags. Like you have a bag of bags. Um, but this feels like a grandmotherly energy. And she talks about May or January. May and January, not or. May and January. Which could be, I don't know if she's talking, it feels like a birthday or an anniversary. It doesn't feel like a death. It feels like birthday, anniversary. I also feel, Darlene, that I get there's like this enthusiasm. Okay, there's like this enthusiasm that you've just kind of recently come across within yourself. Like all of a sudden, you know, like you've been feeling kind of down, but like all of a sudden now there's this something that's kind of ignited your soul. And I want you to follow that, okay? I want you to follow that and not talk yourself out of it. Yeah, it just feels like you like this is new for you, but it's exciting, but there's also a fear in there for you. Um, and Grandma talks about, yeah, she's talking about making the best out of everything. She says we had to. This has to be a time of close to her passing, or because she keeps interrupting here. Because believe me, I had something written for you. But she's talking about making the best of everything. She's saying, please tell her I needed to make the best of everything. Um, and talks about even saving like containers and lids. So I hope you understand that. But it feels like she feels it's important to say that, almost like you need to start doing that for yourself, like paying more attention to some of the things. Darlene, I would like to talk with you because she's really coming through in a, first of all, I want to know who she is. And second of all, she's just really seems to want to get that message through to you. So, okay. Samuel Pride. Okay. Okay. I feel like this is a recurring theme for you, Samuel, because we keep getting a lot of change, and I still feel like that change is happening for you. I still feel like you're going through this ongoing change, a lot of personal growth. What is it that pushed you though? Because I feel like there's all these little things that keep happening, and every time they happen, they push you a little bit further in your growth, right? And that's kind of the same for all of us, right? We experience something bad happens, we go through it, we figure it out, but then it pushes us forward, right? We grow a little bit more, we learn a little bit more, right? And I feel like that's what keeps happening to you. And I think for you on one level, you're kind of like, okay, this can stop any time now. But just remember that this is pushing you forward to where you need to be. Okay, this is pushing you forward. This is, you know, like they say, you know, polishing the rock, right? You have to keep polishing the rock. So that I want you to kind of look at it that way, that you're getting stronger, you're growing, and it's going to work out for you. But again, remember, Samuel, that you're also helping a lot of people along the way. And I think that no matter what it is that you want the outcome to be, right, that you have to keep in mind that you helping people and you teaching people that may be where your focus has to be for a while, because that may be what is part of your journey. So I hope that makes sense. I still have a few people. I know some people are thinking I forgot them. I still have Amy. I still have Paige, and I'm going to do Debbie Carangelo. Okay, let's do Debbie. Okay. So Debbie, I feel like you have a lot to be grateful for, and I think you know that. You know that you have a lot to be grateful for, and I also get that there's a lot of worry for you or around you. You are worried about a lot of people around you. But I need you to trust that things are always working in your favor and for the good of your family. And it's okay to feel safe and to trust that things will be okay. It's hard for you because you love everybody so much and you're so connected to everybody that you just want everything to be good for everybody. You want everybody to be happy. You want everybody to, live the perfect life. And it's also important for you to nurture yourself, though, and do things that make you feel good. Work on some of the things that are important to you. The worry can get tiring. The worrying, it gives us anxiety. It makes us tired. It takes away from all the time that we could be doing something else. So maybe, allot yourself a little worry time every day where you maybe 5 minutes where you just sit and all the things that are bothering you, you just kind of, get it out in the open. But then put it in a little box, and put it away and just kind of leave it there till you're ready to take it out again. Maybe you don't need to take it out again. Maybe you can just let it sit there, or maybe you want to take it out again, tomorrow, and maybe spend 5 minutes and thinking about it again. But that puts you in control, right? It puts you in control of the worrying instead of letting the worrying control you and steal more valuable time away from you. Our time is valuable, guys, right? The time we have here with our family, our friends, it's valuable, right? We don't get that back. So to spend it worried and anxious and all of these things, it's just stealing bits and pieces of our time and of our life. So I hope that makes sense for you. And we were talking about that. I think we were talking about that today in class, guys, weren't we? About but it was different context, but same kind of thing, where we were talking about missing the messages from our loved ones or not hearing them, and it's because we're so busy. We're always all these thoughts in our mind, they can't get through to us, right? So you go to lay down to go to sleep, and all of a sudden you're bombarded with all this stuff, and it's like okay, well, maybe instead of getting bombarded as you're trying to go to sleep, sometime during the day, maybe take 5 or 10 minutes where you just kind of sit and be like, okay, what is it I need to know? Then that way when you're going to sleep. And why is it, right? Why is it that it all comes to you when you're going to sleep? Well, that's because that's the time when you're quiet. You're more open to things, right? You don't have the day-to-day stuff kind of yelling in your ears, right? Okay. So, Paige Elaine. So Paige, hon, things are finally calming down for you, and I think you're craving, some serenity and calmness, and it's coming. It's just taking its time. I need you to learn how to hold space for people without having to control them. So what that means is to send them love and healing, right? Well wishes, pray for them, but you don't have to take on their issues. And I think that's hard for you. There's a lot of fear around people close to you, and that hinders their changing and growing. And I don't want that to stop you from growing and following your path, okay? Yeah, I just keep feeling that, it's okay to love. It's okay to love them. It's okay to want to talk with them and be with them. But you like we said, you hold space for them. You love them. You wish them well, but you just don't take on their issues. And I think you tend to do that sometimes. And then what happens with that, right? You're more worried than they are. I can't tell you how many times, especially if you're an empath, right? We worry. You know, somebody tells us their problem, we worry about it, we want to help them, we want to do this and we want to do that, and they're off, you know, they're already over and done with it, and we're the ones still there worrying about it. And I kind of think that's what happens to you, Paige, that you worry more about it than the person. So it's okay to be their ear, it's okay to be their sounding board, but just don't take it on for yourself. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Amy Lustrina. Amy. I get mom around you. And I'm sorry, when I said Amy, that was kind of like the way I was hearing it. So that's why I kind of said it in that way, like Amy. But I get like mom around you. And I know you're missing her a lot right now, and it feels like you're thinking a lot about her last days. She's saying not to concentrate on that. Like, that was very hard, and I know she, you know, she wants you to remember. She keeps talking about when you were younger and all the good memories that you made. And I know that you guys were very important to each other, because it feels like you, she's like, how do I say this? I know I'm not going to say it the way she's saying it, but the way I'm interpreting it, you were there for her just as much as she was there for you, if that makes sense to you. And she's talking about the spare change, saving the spare change. And she's funny because she just keeps saying, tell her to save the change. So she must have done this and told you to do the same. Why is she adamant about this right now, though? Because she's just like, the spare change, the spare change. And she's about using a boot or a bottle. She's like, use anything. Like, and was she the type that just threw change in anything she could find? Because that's what it feels like. Something about throwing the change in anything she could find. Very cute. So, anyways, I think that's it for tonight, guys. I think there's some people that I saw, like I said, Mary monitors for me. I think there were some people that signed on that I couldn't get to, or who maybe didn't see the list and didn't sign up. But if you want to message me, I can put you on the list for next time. I'd like to do one maybe before New Year's Eve or on New Year's Eve. I don't know what everybody's doing. So let's do that. Let's get that going. If anybody wants gift certificates, the gift certificates are available. They can be sent via email. They can be hard copy. Those are great. You can use them for yourself, or they don't expire. So if you want to get the special rate, you can do that and hold on to them, and then you can use it, or, you know, give them to someone you love, because that's a great gift. People love that, especially if they've lost a loved one. I know people who have done that, and they really enjoy that. I guess that's it, guys. I hope you had a good time or enjoyed the readings. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm trying to read some of the comments. Oh, Martha, yeah, hun, the happiness, understanding the loss and the happiness at the same time. I know that's a hard concept to get. And I know I had to kind of accept that too, because for me it was anger. I had to accept feeling angry and also accept feeling grateful, right? So I'm angry because of the things that have happened to me, but I'm also grateful because I'm where I am now. And I couldn't connect that. It was very difficult for me. And you know, I kept being told, you know, but it's okay to feel both. It's okay to feel both. And I'm like, but why? How is it okay to feel both? Because they're so opposite from each other, right? And you have to kind of think on it. And I think it's more, maybe not so much understanding as coming to an acceptance that you're going to feel those two things, and to allow yourself to feel those two different things, and not judge yourself for feeling those two different extremes. Does that make sense? So, but you guys, anybody wants to reach out, please feel free to reach out. Questions on your reading, just let me know. And again, I hope I talked to you before Christmas, but if not, I hope you guys have a great holiday. Mentorship starting up in January, advance starting up in January. If anybody's interested, let me know. I can add you to the page. It's gonna be a good year, guys, right? Let's claim it. All right, bye.